What if everything you thought you knew about Kody Brown and his family was wrong? Beneath the surface of his public persona as a polygamist patriarch lies a story of insecurity, emotional chaos, and a shocking revelation that might just change everything. In an unexpected twist, Kody's emotional breakdown leads to a shocking decision that no one saw coming. And in the midst of it all, there's Meri, silent, struggling, and questioning why she stays. But there's one question no one's been able to answer.
And his ring.
Why does Meri stay?
But you kept your ring?
And what's the decision Kody will make that will change everything you think you know about the Brown family? Part 1. The Brown family rose to fame in the reality TV world, captivating viewers with their unconventional polygamous lifestyle on Sister Wives. Kody Brown, the head of the family, became a household name, known for his controversial beliefs, his complicated relationships, and his ambitious ventures. But behind the cameras, there was always more than met the eye. For years, Kody was seen as a father figure and a leader. But little did fans know, a series of personal battles were unfolding off camera, setting the stage for a monumental shift. When Kody signed up for Special Forces, the ultimate test, it seemed like a natural extension of his need for adventure and challenge. A man who had spent years in the public eye, now stepping into the most grueling environment imaginable, pushing his physical and mental limits. But what began as a pursuit of strength would soon turn into his toughest test yet. The world watched as Kody struggled, pushed to his breaking point by the brutal challenges that came with the territory. Was it the pressure of living up to his own public image? Or was it something deeper that he wasn't prepared for? It wasn't long before the stress began to take its toll on Kody. Despite his public persona as a tough leader, Kody's vulnerability started to show. Behind the walls of the military base, away from the cameras, cracks began to form. The physical challenges were grueling, but it was the emotional weight that Kody hadn't anticipated that pushed him to the edge. Then came the unthinkable, a brutal dismissal that left Kody not only defeated, but humiliated. He was no longer the unshakable man fans had come to know. In an exclusive interview, Kody dropped a bombshell. For the first time, we saw a side of Kody Brown that few had ever witnessed before. With tears in his eyes, he uttered words that shook the world. "I'm done with it forever." Those words hit hard. His voice cracked with emotion, and in that moment, it was clear that Kody's battle had never just been about the physical challenges of Special Forces. It was about his own personal demons that he could no longer ignore. What we don't see on TV is often more revealing than what's broadcast. Kody's emotional breakdown wasn't just a result of one failed mission or a single moment of stress. It was years of built-up pressure that finally caught up with him. Kody's family life had been under constant scrutiny. His relationships with his wives were faltering, and public expectations had only made things worse. But could these pressures have led to his shocking decision to leave Special Forces? Just when you thought you knew the whole story, a shocking twist emerges. Kody's dismissal from Special Forces wasn't as simple as it seemed. Behind closed doors, there were whispers of a deeper conflict, one that involved betrayal, manipulation, and a reality Kody wasn't prepared to face. Did Kody leave voluntarily, or was there more to his departure than meets the eye? The truth may be darker than we ever imagined. As news of Kody's emotional outburst spread like wildfire, the reaction from fans was swift and overwhelming. Some offered support, understanding the immense pressure he was under, while others criticized his inability to handle the challenge. The question remains, what's next for Kody Brown? Will this public collapse be the end of his reality TV career? Or will he find redemption and rise from the ashes? What do you think about Kody's decision? Do you believe there's more to his story? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Part 2. The Brown family became a household name after the debut of Sister Wives, a reality show that offered an inside look into their unconventional polygamous lifestyle. At the center of it all was Kody Brown, the patriarch who juggled his relationships with 4 wives: Meri, Janelle, Christine, and Robin. But what the public often fails to see is the emotional toll these relationships take. While Kody appeared to be the confident leader of his family, many fans have begun to question whether his actions are really as sure as they seem. Kody's public persona has always been that of a confident, self-assured man. He's the man with the plan, the one who leads his family with purpose. But behind the cameras, there's a different story. A story of insecurities, emotional struggles, and a constant need for validation. Is Kody's need for multiple marriages a reflection of his own inner turmoil? Is he searching for something that's constantly slipping through his fingers? And if so, why hasn't he figured it out after all these years? Among the many questions swirling around Kody's relationships, one stands out: why does Meri stay? After years of emotional turmoil, public humiliation, and a very public separation, why hasn't she walked away? Meri's emotional struggle is not just about Kody's behavior, but also about her own desire for reassurance. Despite the breakdown of her relationship with Kody, she continues to stay, silently hoping for a rekindling of love that seems unlikely at best. As Kody's insecurities become more apparent, fans have begun to voice their opinions, and the debate is heating up. Some believe that Kody's multiple marriages are the result of a deep-rooted need for reassurance. They argue that his inability to offer emotional support to Meri is a sign of his own fear of rejection. But there's another side to the story. Some fans wonder if Kody's multiple marriages are simply a way of avoiding facing the emotional void that plagues him. They question whether his actions have anything to do with insecurity at all, or if it's just an attempt to control the narrative. It was during one heated online discussion that fans started to put the pieces together. One comment stood out from the rest: Kody's actions are the opposite of what should be providing comfort. This simple yet powerful observation sparked an avalanche of responses, with fans pointing out that Kody's insecurities were evident in almost every aspect of his behavior. Could it be that Kody's constant need for validation and control is rooted in a deep sense of fear? A fear that his actions are constantly driven by insecurity. And if so, what does this mean for Meri? Just when we thought we had all the answers, a shocking truth emerges. Kody's deep-rooted insecurity might be tied to something much more complex than we ever imagined. A new revelation from an inside source suggests that Kody's need for control over his marriages isn't just about polygamy, it's about emotional survival. What if Kody's struggle isn't just about his wives, but about himself? Is he really the confident leader he pretends to be, or is he trapped in a cycle of self-doubt that he can't break free from? The fallout from Kody's emotional journey has been swift and intense. Fans are divided, with some expressing sympathy for Kody's struggles, while others criticize him for the way he has treated Meri and the other wives. The question remains, will Kody ever truly face his insecurities? And what does the future hold for Meri, who is left to pick up the pieces of her own emotional journey. As the dust settles, one thing is clear: the emotional drama is far from over. Meri's future is uncertain, but her journey of self-discovery has only just begun. Can she break free from the cycle of emotional turmoil, or will she continue to stay in a relationship that's built on insecurity? What do you think about Kody's actions and Meri's decision to stay? Let us know in the comments below. Let's deep dive in full details. Part 3. The Brown family rose to fame in 2010 with the debut of Sister Wives. Millions watched as Kody Brown juggled his relationships with 4 wives: Meri, Janelle, Christine, and Robin. For years, viewers tuned in to see the highs and lows of a polygamous family navigating love, loyalty, and drama. But behind the smiles and television cameras, there were struggles no one anticipated. Kody, the charismatic patriarch, seemed unshakable. But as the seasons went on, cracks in his emotional armor began to show. What was driving Kody's need for multiple marriages? Was it love, or something else entirely? Kody's journey into polygamy wasn't just about expanding his family, it was about something deeper. Fans have begun to speculate: could his need for multiple wives be rooted in insecurity? Did Kody need constant validation from his wives? And could his marriage to Meri, the first wife, hold the key to understanding his emotional struggles? Kody's emotional detachment from Meri, his first wife, has been one of the most talked about aspects of Sister Wives. It's a relationship marked by highs and lows, with moments of real emotional turmoil. But could Kody's repeated attempts to keep multiple wives be his way of seeking something he's never been able to find? As Kody's other marriages grew, Meri's place in his life seemed to fade. Despite the emotional struggles, Meri stayed, despite everything. She's been called the forgotten wife, and her heartbreak has become the subject of endless speculation. But the real question remains: why does Meri stay? Meri has made it clear that she still holds on to hope. But is that hope misplaced? As Kody's relationship with the other wives grows, Meri's emotional journey becomes more complex, and she finds herself stuck in an emotional tug-of-war. Does she stay for the sake of family? Or is there something deeper, something that Kody has failed to give her, that keeps her holding on? But the breaking point came unexpectedly. During a heated interview, Kody Brown dropped a bombshell. His emotional outburst wasn't just about frustration or disappointment, it was about something far deeper. "I'm done with it forever," Kody declared, a statement that left fans questioning everything they thought they knew about him. In that moment, Kody's emotional facade crumbled. His declaration was a turning point, but it didn't come without its cost. Fans were left to wonder: is this the end of Kody's journey with his family? Or is there more to the story that we haven't seen? As news of Kody's emotional breakdown spread, the fanbase erupted into a heated debate. Some felt sympathy for Kody, believing his struggles were the result of years of emotional pressure and insecurity. Others, however, questioned whether his need for validation through multiple marriages was the real issue. One comment stood out from the rest: Kody's actions are the opposite of what should be providing comfort. Fans debated whether Kody's behavior was rooted in deep insecurity, or if his decisions were simply a way to maintain control in an emotionally chaotic situation. But what if the truth was more complicated than any of us realized? It turns out the truth is even darker than we imagined. Kody's emotional breakdown and his decision to push away his first wife, Meri, might not be the result of one bad choice, it's part of a deeper pattern. According to sources close to the Brown family, Kody's need for constant validation and control is tied to unresolved childhood trauma. Could this be the root of his insecurity? The truth about Kody Brown's relationships isn't just about polygamy, it's about emotional survival. And Meri, still caught in the crossfire, might just be the most important piece in this emotional puzzle. As fans continue to debate Kody's actions, the biggest question remains: what's next for Meri? Will she continue to stay in a relationship defined by insecurity and emotional neglect, or will she finally walk away and reclaim her life? The future of the Brown family is uncertain. Kody's emotional struggles and his need for multiple marriages have left a trail of heartbreak. But for Meri, the journey might just be beginning. Will she break free from Kody's emotional grasp, or will she stay in the relationship that's defined her for so long? What if everything you thought you knew about Kody Brown and his family was wrong? Beneath the surface of his public persona as a polygamist patriarch lies a story of insecurity, emotional chaos, and a shocking revelation that might just change everything. In an unexpected twist, Kody's emotional breakdown leads to a shocking decision that no one saw coming. But as the drama unfolds, tensions within the family escalate, with each member facing their own set of unanswered questions and hidden truths. And in the midst of it all, there's Meri, silent, struggling, and questioning why she stays. Her internal battle and emotional turmoil will leave you wondering, is there more to her story than meets the eye? But there's one question no one's been able to answer: why does Meri stay? What's really behind Kody's multiple marriages? And with everything hanging in the balance, what shocking twist could change everything you thought you knew about the Brown family dynamic forever? What do you think about Kody's emotional breakdown and Meri's struggle? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more deep dives into the Brown family's emotional journey. This isn't the end of the story. Stay tuned for more updates, and let's continue the conversation.